Well, how is everyone? I hope you're all well. Is it Friday yet? I don't actually know what day it is. But anyway, we're going to get straight into the meat and potatoes. Having a little bit of a break from the Idaho 4 case while we just wait for the dust to settle on this Pennsylvania grand jury. See if we can find out a little bit more of what is going on over there. But I just want to talk about the Nicola Bulley case because there's been some swirls in the UK surrounding this case, and the most recent is it would appear that they are now looking to investigate TikTok and the kind of the what they're calling conspiracy theorists on TikTok and how they were seemingly able to control the narrative, so to speak, in the Nicola Bulley case. But why I want to bring it to your attention is because I'll ask you a question. Do you ever read something and think to yourself, am I on the same planet as what these people are on? Because I don't understand how they came to that conclusion. You're probably wondering what I'm talking about, so we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to read it with you and see what you think. So this is a report on the Nicola Bulley case, an ITV News one. And this is what it says. So, review into the Nicola Bulley case. Police investigation to focus on TikTok conspiracy theorists. Now, what they're saying, police boss says he wants to understand how TikTok conspiracy theorists took hold of an investigation into the disappearance of the mother of two, Nicola Bulley. Don't worry, I'll get to the point in a second. The 45-year-old's body was found in the River Wyre on St Michael's on Wyre on 19th of February, 3 weeks after she was reported missing. Right, so 3 weeks after she was reported missing. So let's just say this for a start. So why people got hold of this in the first place on social media and started talking about it was because she was missing for 3 weeks. She was last seen by the side of a river, and you had police divers and everything in the river and didn't find her. So people were obviously contemplating what could have happened to her. It's not conspiracy theory, it's a speculation based on information or the lack thereof. Anyway, I shall continue and try not to rant. Lancashire's Police and Crime Commissioner Andrew Snowden has ordered an independent review of the police investigation. Miss Bulley's case attracted media attention all over the world, which led to dozens of amateur detectives on social media, particularly TikTok. Someone obviously hasn't been looking at fucking YouTube. Descending on the village. Asked by the local Democracy Reporting Service why he had ordered the review, Mr. Snowden said that it was important to ask the questions the public want answering. He wants to understand how social media sets the agenda during the investigation rather than the police themselves. Mr. Snowden said, I'm also concerned in a modern policing investigation which was sadly correct in its hypothesis. I shall read that again. Correct in its hypothesis all along became such a story, particularly in the national papers, about bungling, incompetent cops, yet they were right all along. Goes on to say, he continued to say, TikTok saw how online amateur detectives pushing conspiracy theories out which result in vile abuse towards Nicola's family and friends. How did it get so out of hand? Lancashire Police was criticised for making Miss Bulley's struggles with alcohol and menopause public during the missing persons investigation. However, the Information Commissioner's Office later said the force will not face action over its disclosures after a fast-paced investigation. The Conservative politician said he had his own personal views, but said he did not want to preempt the outcome of the review he had requested. Not going to go on to it all because some of it's just a bit irrelevant, but I just want to touch on something, and it is... So what was the police's hypothesis then? We haven't even heard a conclusion yet. We've got to wait until, I believe, it's the 26th of June. And I still don't understand how they're going to conclude this in order to say, right, this is now done. This is done. We know this is what happened, and everyone's going to be happy with that conclusion. Because ultimately, all we know is that Nicola Bulley was along that river, and 3 weeks later was found in there. But there'd been loads of searches, extensive searching, including a search done by a highly qualified and competent diving team. Now, I'm not getting on the bandwagon with any conspiracy theories. I certainly aren't, because you know what my thoughts were. My thoughts were that Nicola Bulley, sadly, had very likely put herself in the water and had used the phone and numerous things as a tactic of diversion so she could get away and get in the water. I know it's not popular. I know it's not everyone's thought process, and they believe that she could have possibly fallen in as an adult person who frequented this area. She may have, I don't know, perhaps she played a game where she walked around with her fucking eyes closed for a little while and it went wrong and she fell in. I don't understand. Ultimately, though, yeah, I don't see how this is going to be concluded. And I certainly don't understand how they feel that their hypothesis was right all along, and anybody to question it or have some form of thoughts on it and speculation can be in the wrong. People will speculate. Now, isn't that what police do? They take all of the information to come up with ideas, what they think is going to lead them in a direction to conclude something. And sometimes they get it right and sometimes they get it wrong. And in the Nicola Bulley case, we very much saw a situation where law enforcement can get things wrong and then they have to rejig what they're doing. And ultimately, it was the public who found her. And they found her where law enforcement had failed to. And in fact, a dive team had said that she wasn't there. I'm just confused. I want you guys to let me know down below what you think. And I'll catch you all in the next one.